Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here, Thursday, June the 2nd. From the first reading. While they were trying to kill Paul, word came to the tribune of the cohort that all Jerusalem was in an uproar. Then I moved to the end of the reading, and actually this particular reading kind of jumps in a number of places. But at the end of the reading, we hear, that night the Lord stood near him and said, "Keep up your courage. For just as you have testified for me in Jerusalem, so you must also bear witness also in Rome." There's so much here to reflect on. All right, so Paul goes to Jerusalem. He knows what's waiting for him because it's been prophesied several times that it's not going to go well. He knows that his life is coming to an end. Doesn't know when. He doesn't have month or date, but he knows it's going to happen, sooner than later. And he just does his thing. And he just, if you read the Acts of the Apostles, you know what happened about him taking, the vow, the Nazirite vow, and how people accused him because they thought he had brought Gentiles into the holy place, so on and so on. But Paul saw all that as part of the plan of Jesus and his opportunity to testify. And he turned everything into an opportunity. This is the incredible thing about this man. He turned everything, like the most horrible situations, must have been frightening from a human point of view. They were trying to tear him apart, trying to kill him. And he just turned it all around and, it's time to witness. It's time to witness. And the more intense it got, the more direct he got, with his desire to witness to what Christ had done for him, but also what Christ was offering to the world. And Jesus knew he was sending Paul into a pack of wolves. He didn't, somehow he didn't deliver him out of it. He delivered him through it. He said, Paul was facing this persecution, and he basically said, okay, you're not going out of the frying pan he said basically, to use a modern expression, you're going out of the frying pan back into the fire, because that's where I want you to testify to me, right in the middle of Caesar's court. It's like, whoa. So many times we think that, why am I suffering persecution? Well, maybe we offered a prayer sometime. Maybe we told God we wanted to do great things for him. We should, maybe not, but maybe we did. And God has taken us up on our word. God will not always save us from something, but he will always save us through something. And that's what's super, super important to remember. Be of good courage, all right? Be faithful. Don't run away if you don't absolutely have, unless you absolutely have to for some good reason. And with an upright reason. Or with an upright intention, I should say. Okay, so to the gospel. So Jesus says, again, there's so much here. It's hard to kind of, focus on something specific. Jesus looked up to heaven and said, "I ask not only on behalf of these," in other words, those around him at the time, "but also on behalf of those who will believe in me through their word, that they may all be one. As you, Father, are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me." So, I was in the mind of Jesus when he was praying this prayer. You were in the mind of Jesus when he was praying this prayer. There's no surprises with Jesus. He's got a divine intellect. So he was praying for you specifically by name. He was praying specifically for me by name. Let that sort of, sit and percolate in your heart and soul. Jesus was praying for all those who would believe through their teaching. Their, meaning the apostles. They would teach and they would elect and ordain bishops and priests who would continue the mission, go all over Europe. Europe would come to North America. South America, all over the Far East and so on, so that the saving truth of Jesus Christ would be basically spread all over the world and people would be told what Jesus had done for them and what he wanted to do for them personally. So this is, again, so important for us to remember. I find this so consoling that Jesus thought of me by name and he thinks of you by name. Satan identifies us by our sin. And he tries to drive us down and fall into despair. Jesus calls us by our name, and it's always to build us up, but then to send us on mission. not to waste our lives, but to use it for God's honor and glory. So remember, he knows you by name. He prayed for you and prayed for me by name 2,000 years ago. God bless you.